أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Respected Missionary Sahib, all the presidents, my dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's a great pleasure for me and my honor to be here in this. For me, it's a new mosque because I'm here for the first time. May Allah bless all the members who participated in the construction of this wonderful mosque, financially or otherwise.
Be closer to mosque.
I can hear it. So I was saying that this is a beautiful mosque. May Allah bless all the members who helped in the construction of the mosque financially or otherwise, and may Allah always make this mosque as a source of blessing for those who come in this and pray to Almighty Allah. To me, this is one of the fruits of the truth of Prophet Messiah and the truth of Khilafat Ahmadiyya. We are here today to talk about Khilafat Ahmadiyya and Khilafat celebrations. The question that is asked often of me particularly, and I might correct Imam Sahib with due apologies, that I'm not the chairman of the celebrations, Khilafat celebrations. I'm a secretary of the committee. Secretary, yeah. Mohtaram Amir Sahib is the chairman of the Khilafat Centenary Committee. So just for clarification purposes. Huzur Ayyad Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz established in each country a Khilafat Centenary Celebration Committee to plan out various events that need to take place, inshallah, in 2008. And within the US, the committee was formed, and I was assigned the task of the secretary of the committee. The question is asked by many people, why are we doing this? What is the purpose of these celebrations? And how do you go about doing it? So to answer that in a roundabout way and in more detail, including some other elements to it, we thought that we will have this kind of program. This program is different in terms of the typical Jamaat Jalsas that we have, where we make speeches and so forth. I have always found that such programs provide me the great opportunity to learn from the membership, because mashallah, many members are much more knowledgeable than I am. As I see in this room, mashallah, with 60 plus Ansar, I think we have wealth of knowledge and information about Islam, Ahmadiyyat and Khilafat, and wonderful Khuddam and Lajna members and so forth. So the idea is not necessarily to speak and tell you something new. Most of us already know these things, but the intent is to reflect upon the importance of this 2008, the importance of Khilafat Ahmadiyya, what it means to us, what it means to the world, and so forth, and make sure that our next generation fully appreciates what a blessing this is, and what is our responsibility to preserve this blessing. What is our responsibility to make sure that this continues till the day of judgment, as promised by Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wassalam. So the purpose of this program today is to reflect upon this institution, all of us together. And I will inshallah call upon you to give your thoughts as we go through this. So we broke it down into three elements. What is Khilafat? So as we walk out of this mosque today, at least we'll be a little better coherent. If somebody asks us on the street, what is Khilafat? We should be able to respond to them in a succinct fashion so that a newcomer can understand, a non-Muslim can understand what we are talking about. There is a lot of confusion, especially in this society. If you have been watching the events unfold in the last several years, and particularly in this election year and so forth, several times at the presidential election campaigns and debates and so forth, they have referred to the Islamic Caliphate. They're the jihadists, the Maulvis, the extremists, the terrorists and so forth. They are trying to establish an Islamic Caliphate by force. It is our responsibility to make sure that we clarify to them that this Khilafat is not that caliphate that they have in their mind. We need to make very clear in our minds and in their minds. So we need to be knowledgeable about that. Then the second question is, why do we need Khilafat? Are we okay without Khilafat? We need to ask that question and be able to respond to that. There are many people out, particularly in the Islamic world, they think that there's no need for Messiah. We have the Holy Prophet ﷺ, we have the Holy Quran, and that's it. So same way, the question is asked, why do we need Khilafat? So we should be able to defend that. We should be able to answer that question in a proper way. And the third element of today's program is, okay, if we have the Khilafat, what is my obligation about it? What can I do, or how can I benefit fully from the blessings of this Khilafat? So those are the three components of this program. And inshallah, we'll go through a mutual discussion kind of format. We will have ongoing free flow Q&A. At any point, raise your hands if something is not clear. Inshallah, we have many scholars in the room who can respond to your questions. I have one request though. Make sure that when you ask a question or you want to make a comment, you limit yourself into a 1 or 2 minute duration. Don't make it a long speech. And I will humbly and respectfully ask all the scholars or the elders of the Jamaat who respond to these questions, please stick to 2 to 3 minute guideline. Do not go into a long monologue, long dissertation. Most of us know the details. It's just a reminder. We say some key points and the bulb comes on and the point becomes clear. So let's try to learn to be succinct and very short so that we can get to the bottom of the message. So with that being the purpose, let me just ask you, we heard the recitation of the Holy Quran. Of course, Holy Quran is the founding, fundamental guideline for us. Everything is based on the teaching of the Holy Quran. We heard the Holy Quran in Arabic. We saw the English translation. We heard the English translation. So tell me some of the key points of that, of the few verses that were recited. Please raise your hand and just give me 1 point at a time what you heard. Before we get deep into it, can I request, it's bugging me. I request all the atfal to please sit down on the floor. And please, this is a mark of respect for the elders, and those who perhaps have more difficulty sitting on the floor, they can sit on the chairs. Jazakallah. So let's come back. So the message we heard, the tilawat, who would like to give point number 1? In random order. Yes, sir, please. Obedience to Allah and His Messenger. Wonderful. Any other person? What else did you hear? Ji? Established prayer. Wonderful. What else? Yes, sir. Pay zakat. Very good. How about others? Please. Atfal, Khudam, young, please raise your hands. What did you hear and see on the board, on the wall? Yes, sir.
And those who obey him, he will make them successful and appoint successor among them.
Wonderful. Those who obey and Allah and His Messenger and then do good works and so forth, Allah will make them successors. Okay, yes, sir.
Those who are ungrateful are rebellious.
Those who do not, after this blessing, who are ungrateful, they will be considered rebellious by Almighty Allah. What else did you hear? Yes, sir. Yes?
Allah will replace their fear with security.
Yes. Through this good deeds and the blessings of successorship and Khilafat, Allah will replace their fear with security and peace. What else? Yes, sir. Beautiful. Make Allah your shield for protection from evil, from everything. Yes. Anything else? Yes, sir.
Worship Allah and glorify Him.
Worship Allah and glorify Him. Wonderful. Yes, sir. Yes. Wonderful. So the role that Allah has defined for His messenger is to just plain delivery of the message. Just deliver the message. Plain delivery means make an effective delivery. Make sure the people understand what you're telling them. After that, you're done. Your job is over. Now it's their deeds. If they don't pay attention to what you said, Allah will deal with them. And no further step is required. Okay, so wonderful. I think, mashallah, you have captured the gist of all these. I'll request Dr. Khalil Malik Sahib. This is kind of a joint presentation from Talim and Tarbiyat perspective. So from the Talim sort of thing, I will request Dr. Khalil Malik Sahib to just give us a short commentary and some in-depth comments that we have learned over the years from the Khulafa and so forth about these verses.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa